United States. He thought he would just end his career as the governor of California. Something like that. So, again, the importance for us to also ask our own self-actualization. Where am I now at this point in time? And where do I want to go? Where do I want to be by age 60, by 65, let's say? Leave behind a prodigy.
But can we use Maslow to motivate people?
Yes. Yes.
How do we tell somebody that you have esteem needs?
If people are under you, because of course they're not managers, they're lower salaries, therefore they're just somewhere here, then you guide them and tell them that you
need
to have desire. To have desire. No. You don't tell them you need social. You tell them you have desire to move up. You don't have to say, you need social needs, you need esteem. No, you don't. You tell them to move up in life so that you can move from bosun to officer.
Actually, I think if you have both theory anywhere later, this hygiene theory, I think, is a little more practically applicable. Because you have the satisfiers and dissatisfiers.
Yeah. For example, here, that's good because you mentioned Herzberg. That's the Sabbath.
So in this,
These
you
are
can
the-
at least put some points as to.
These are the dissatisfiers you're talking about. But again, going back to your concern, this is really more now the concern of your personnel, of the HR and the people. Company policy, admin, supervision, salary. These are all dissatisfiers. These are all dissatisfiers. These are all. It doesn't guarantee motivation. It doesn't guarantee motivation. It does not guarantee motivation, I repeat. It does not guarantee. But what it guarantees is that they will not be dissatisfied. If you answer this, if you answer this, if you answer this, then they will not be dissatisfied. And they will be on the minimum, on the productivity level. Okay, they'll perform. Question is for how long? Months? A year? 2 years? After what? So you have to find out again how to motivate. So here's the answer now. How to motivate for long term. Okay? Here. You motivate long term using not just the salaries and then, but this is the long term. Provide them challenging work. You provide him achievement, growth on the job, hence for him to move up from bosun, officer, to captain, guiding, mentoring, responsibility, advancement, recognition. So what the hygiene factor is saying here, or Herzberg, the author of this, Frederick Herzberg, is saying here is that these are the real motivators. This is what will motivate people on the job. Challenge work, feeling of achievement. Achievement on the Maslow thing is esteem, status is related. Higher responsibility, advancement. Higher responsibility. How do you do that in the ship? How do you give responsibility to a person who you think is worthy to become?
Training a person the right amount.
Training, yes. All of you guys do delegation, right? Delegation. Training him. So that even though this is not his job, but you're training him for the next level. Giving him high responsibility. That will prepare him for the next level, the next one. So what Herzberg is saying here, or his hygiene factors, these are the real motivators. These are only things that will affect the dissatisfaction, but are not real motivators. So Herzberg is saying here that salary is not a guarantee of motivation. Money, because after you give them a raise, they'll ask more. Then you give them, after that, they'll ask more.
If you give them too much, they stop working.
Yes, correct. Give them, they stop working. Because, they're already happy. They're already investing excess with Wall Street. Yeah. So, these are not really the motivators. These are just answering the dissatisfaction. But these are the motivators. Recognition, advancement. See, it's so people-oriented. And it's related to Maslow, the triangle we talked about earlier. Self-actualization, see? social need. Remember, this is the triangle. This spoke to the triangle earlier, Maslow. It's related. So, what is now the conclusion? It's so people-oriented. It's really giving a lot of time. Because you can only give recognition to your group if you know who he is. He's the one contributing to productivity. Of the 30 people under you, you have to know who the 80-20 rule is, who is productive, who is worthy of recognition, who is not. For advancement. So we're saying on the long term, if you really want to motivate someone on the job, focus on this. Focus on this. If you want to motivate long term, this one will only be kita. Kita salary is temporary. This is temporary. These are temporary band aid, so to speak. Temporary solutions to motivation. After that, you slow down again. If it's long term you want, it's really the growth and this. You see, Frederick Herzberg's congruence with Abraham Maslow's triangle. This is supposed to be the triangle earlier, right? It's not that really good. So it's very congruent, it's very related. So these two guys are psychologists or behavioral scientists of different eras. So you can tell that there was no, how would you call this, conspiracy, so to speak. They didn't talk to each other, hey, I'll do my study results, I'll do this. No. Because this guy was in the 40s during the war. And this guy was in the 60s, 70s, during the different phase of the American economy. Now, why the need for leadership and motivation during? Okay, just answering the question. So, and the reason why there was a lot of focus on leadership and motivation during this time was because during Maslow's period in the 40s, what was going on? Second World War. A lot of leadership requirement was there, needed. And Herzberg, in the 60s, 70s, 80s, a lot of change going on in the U.S. economy and the world. So, leadership. So this was the era when a lot of leadership issues came about, motivation, direction. Okay, so as we take a break, I think we'll probably come up with some questions. And so we can take the break now. Yeah.
We may do the equity theory also.
Pardon me?
Equity theory or action by.
Oh, McGregor. It's theory. Yeah, it's probably. If it's not here, I'll discuss it. I'll give you. Douglas McGregor's theory X and Y. A lot of tools there, huh?